We won.
Does it feel like it?
Yes. I looked at the score several times when the horn sounded, and I saw the score, so we won.
Did you have to reassure yourself then by looking at the scoreboard a couple
That's why
different
I
times?
looked at it several times. But we won.
You guys got out to that early lead, everything looked like it was, playing with energy, and then just, what happened?
We turned the ball over several times, and when that happened, all of a sudden, we did not contest shots like we were doing the first 10 minutes. We were doing a pretty good job contesting their shots, and that all kind of coincided once. And for whatever reason, when we didn't take care of the ball and didn't capitalize on some good opportunities, we didn't contest as many shots. We didn't do a good job boxing out in the first half. They got second shots. I believe they had 34 at halftime, and 19 of them were off of second chance points and our turnovers. That's how they scored over half their points. And that's on us.
When you look at the box score and see a +8 rebounding margin, does that surprise you after watching that game?
We did a better job in the second half. I think they only scored 2 points on second chance points. They had 5 offensive rebounds, I know, in the second half. But we were better at the second half. The big offensive rebound we gave up was at the end of that, down the stretch there where we didn't box out. But it doesn't surprise me because we did a better job on the boards in the second half.
Thursday night, you were saying how complete you thought the effort was. Is it almost a back to square one thing after something like this?
I don't know if it's back to square one. But we took a step back from the game the other night, that's for sure.
Is that the message you left with them? Or what is the message after a win that it doesn't feel like so much wrong?
We didn't give them a message tonight. We give them we have practice coming up, so we didn't really talk about the game when it was in. We just mentioned to them practice Monday.
Yeah, he said sounded like there was a pretty strong message at halftime about playing with pride and stuff. Was there some frustration with you as a coach and how the first half was going?
Yeah, it was. You're on a high the other night. Forget the score, forget the win. You're on a high because your team played with a lot of pride. And then you feel good about things the first 10 minutes because we continued to do that, I thought. And then all of a sudden there it went. And that was just disappointing.
So it's the second half, you gave up, I think, 11 in the second half, and then they came back to within, I think, 3. Was that more disappointing than the first half?
No. First half was, the last 8 minutes or so disappointing. Because once you do that, now they've got a little life. Okay, but I thought we were at a point to where it could have gone the other way. We continue to go at them, then maybe you could break their spirit. But we didn't. We had opportunities where we could have capitalized and scored, and we didn't. And like I said, while that was going on the other end, with us turning the ball over and them scoring off turnovers, our defense all of a sudden loosened up. Because subconsciously you get down, you're thinking, I'm going all over the place. We have to be mentally tougher. Because at that point, okay, we're turning the ball over, they're scoring, and now we're letting up defensively. You got to be tough enough to see, okay, we made a mistake. Let's not compound a mistake by not guarding now. All that kind of happened at once.
Is it possible that Jackson State's record coming in was a factor? Maybe that's kind of hard for the guys to get us. Once they get up, they kind of think they can coast.
So you can't con a con and you can't kid a kid. We didn't try to kid the kids. We told them that they were 0-7. We told them that they haven't been as successful right now. I think that was the #1 message that we talked about. In fact, that's the first thing that was talked about after Seattle U's game. I don't even know if we congratulated them about that. We talked about this. That's what we talked about. We rested yesterday so that we could get our legs back. We talked about it some more yesterday, and we talked about it before the game. All we talked about is we've got to come out with the right kind of fire. And I think we did. I do. I really think we were fine the first 10 minutes. then they score off the turnovers, and that's when we kind of wilted somewhat.
So then the positive that you'll take away from this game on Friday?
I don't know how many positives we'll take away from this game. First 10 minutes, continue to do what we were doing the other night. Thought we did a pretty good job of getting the ball inside against them, but there's not a whole lot of positives tonight that we'll take away. And I'm usually a glass full guy.
It seemed though that even without Andrews, that you were able to get some good minutes from Martin and some other guys on the bench.
Guys that
JJ.
came in, they were solid. Guys came in was solid, no doubt, no doubt. And that was good, you know, some guys got some extra reps in there.
Were you surprised that in the last 90 seconds in a 5-point game that they didn't foul you?
No, I hadn't thought a whole lot about it. We didn't shoot free throws well tonight, but we've been capable at the foul line. So, you know, maybe they look before the game and they see Scott Suggs shooting 92%. They see C.J. Wilcox shooting 85 or whatever. Desmond Simmons shooting 80%. Maybe they just thought we can't put these guys on the line.
You had a very quick substitution at the top of the game. Did you see something that quick you didn't like? Or
We missed a box out. And as much as we had talked about, we were not going to be lethargic at the beginning of that game. Right in there, we missed a box out. So it was just trying to send a message early to our team, not just one guy. I don't know, maybe that broke guys' spirit, I don't know, but when guys made an effort error, we made sure we taught them, tried to teach at that point.
Did that have a lot to do with, we saw a lot of players that we haven't seen a ton of this season on the floor? Did that
Yes.
have-
Yeah. At one time when, probably in the second half, when we were lethargic, I think we took almost everyone out. Almost, because you can't, we only had 8 guys on the bench.
All right, I gotta get him ready, guys.